everybody. We are live again right here on a Tuesday at 7 p.m. right here for Michael Brody Presents Mind Sight Hypnosis. Whoop, whoop, raise the roof, raise the roof. Hello, everybody. It is I, Michael Brody, and we are once again in the Michael Brody Mindsight Studios with 17,005 people, all crammed up, right in the offices of, and we are renovating this place right now. As you can see, it's a little bit of a mess. But we do have Brody Entertainment there, so there you go. At least you know you're in the right place. And we have a great show for you. So whether you're watching on YouTube or whether you're watching on Facebook, we are very, very glad you are here on a Tuesday. And please, we would love for you to, if you're watching live, please respond just by saying your first name and howdy and stuff like that. And so I know that you are here. We have Joseph in the house. He says, hello, hello, master. Okay, that works for me. And then we have Felicia, and she goes, hello, Mr. Brody, or hello, hello, hello. I'm very, very honored to have these two people here. And if there's anybody else who would like to join in, feel free to do that. We would be absolutely grandiose if you could be there. We have a very interesting show for you today. And whether you are just starting out as a hypnotist, as a comedy hypnotist, or whether you have been a seasoned professional like moi, it is a very interesting topic, and we're calling it Ready, Set, What's Next? And as you can see, we have this bar thing. I apologize. This bar thing right here, trying to get rid of it somehow if I can do it. I don't know. I'm working on it. So hopefully it won't disturb you at all. But over the next half hour, we're going to be talking about a lot of fun stuff and seeing how to prepare yourself for a show. Because as most of us know, as most of us stage hypnotists know, we are getting ready for our season. I know my season starts next week, actually, next Saturday. It's my first show of the season. First show of, I have 51 bookings. So I'm very, very excited about that. And that goes all the way till June, middle of June. So that is very, very exciting for me. So what else? Let's see. So we have, like I said, we have Joseph here and we have Felicia here. And again, if there's anybody else who'd like to join in, please feel free to join in and tell your friends. Joseph, tell your friends. Felicia, tell your friends. Tell your neighbors. Tell your neighbors' friends. I don't care. But I'm trying to build this up, and we're trying to get to at least 17,010 people. So we'll see what happens here as I look at the visitationometer. We're still at 17,005. So we're doing well. So what's going on? Like I said, prom season is coming up. After prom season is coming up, and I'll be doing some shows in Ohio. And it's going to be very, very exciting and fun. I've got some private parties that I'm also going to do, and it is going to be a blast. I'm doing a different combination of adult shows for adults and shows for high school kids. So this kind of discussion that I know I'm not on. There we go. Now I know I'm on. I'm doing shows. What I was talking about, we'll try it again. This kind of show that I'm doing is specifically going to be for a combination of whether I'm doing shows for adults, or whether I'm doing shows for after prom parties or all night grad parties. So it is this show today is going to be a kind of an important show, especially if you get to do both. So let's talk. Let's just delve into it right away. First of all, ready, set, what's next? So if you're going to get ready to start a show, it's really important that you have some safety checks just to make sure everything is ready to go. So our first thing is ready, set for safety. And that's even before you even start the show. So when you go into a venue and you have these chairs set up, whether it's a high school auditorium or whether it's a gymnasium or whether it is a restaurant, you don't know what kind it is. You want to make sure that where you're performing, and the chairs are set up. You get to put where the chairs are. So you should never put them near a wall, and that's because if people are very, very relaxed and falling out of their chairs, you don't want anybody to hit their heads. If it would be even better if it was on a carpeting, but if it's on a stage, you want to make sure that the chairs are close together. So when people do go under hypnosis, or when people go into a state of hypnosis, that they're all leaning towards the middle. In other words, we're leaning on themselves or other people. So it's you're setting up for safety, so no one gets hurt. Very, very important thing. You also want to make sure you have a success and connections with the people that you're there. So what's the first thing you should do when you first come in? Well, the first thing you should do is meet and greet your contact person. Tell them that hello, that you're who you are. Give them a card, or actually, probably give them two cards right away, one for them and one for next year, and remind them that you're always available for next year and never too early to sign up for next year. Or if they have anything else going on, make sure you bring a whole bunch of cards, because there could be some parents that will simply love your show. And if they love your show very much, they're going to want to take a card. So make sure you have enough cards and connections. Always make sure you connect with those people. Give them cards. Give them websites. Anything you can do so you can set up for safety and also set up for connections. So also, it's very important. I was just thinking about this, but it's also very important that you should make sure you're on a roll.
Brody is on a roll.
Yes, not a Kaiser roll, not a onion roll, but a roll. In other words, make sure things are going smooth. And the first way to do that is after you've done set up for safety, and after you've set up for success and connections with people. You also want to have music coming in that will set your mood for your show. Now, if it's a theatrical show, you want to do theater music, or if you want it set up for, let me put it this way: you can, if my friend Scott Houghton was there, he would sing, he would have "Fly Me to the Moon," "Fly Me to the Moon, let me play upon the stars," all that kind of stuff. Or if it was me, I like up-tempo music because I want to get my crowd up and excited. So I might play something. I might play something like this, or I might play something like this. Kind of anticipating everything. I might play something like this. Sounds like a runway music. something like that, I might play even something like this. Obviously, something with a heavy beat. That would be more for, and I might even play something that the kids would remember that if I was working with kids, kids would know what it is. I might even do something like this. Slower kind of music, and it kind of gets people relaxed a little bit. But, you gotta make sure that if you do something, you don't wanna, put them to sleep, you don't wanna. This would be for an older group. I don't think a younger, an after prom party would get into this. You would, you're trying to set the music. You're also even before the people come in, you want to set your sound, work on your microphones, make sure your mics are at the level that you want. So you do a sound check. Or if you or and as you always should, you should always bring a camera, whether it is a cell phone or an iPad or something to video your show. But you should always video your show. Why? Two reasons. Because you want to make sure, first of all, that you're protected, so you have a copy of what everything has happened during the show. And second of all, it's also for training purposes. What did you do good? What did you not do good? That kind of stuff. Let's see here. Joseph says he says something about Cupid dance music, Cupid shuffle, something that gets the kids moving. Absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. I would agree with that. I use the Cupid shuffle in the show, so that's another story. But yes, I use. You can't go wrong. You literally can't go. Seriously, doesn't matter how old you are. You can't go wrong with 1980s Cool in the Gang celebration. Absolutely works every single time. It doesn't matter if they're young people or old people. For some reason, that music gets them all the time. So make sure you have music that sets up for your audience. It's also very important. And this will also bring down that right there. Once you get that music, it'll also bring down the walls of anxiety for people, so they'll feel a little bit more comfortable to maybe even enjoy themselves or to even try out for the show. And that comes then. What's next is I want to talk about is rapport. And rapport is a very, very important thing. It's the connection between you and your audience. If you can't establish rapport right from the beginning, you're going to have a very hard show to do. So I talk to people even before I start. I dance. I let people know that it's okay to let down your hair, even though have I have been letting down my hair, and that's my problem. They call me Rapunzel afterwards. I don't know. Anyways, that is the situation for that. So it's very important that you have rapport for your audience. Lots of interesting things that you should know about. But so I wanted to show you this because at one point, I was very nervous about doing adult shows. I didn't exactly because at one point I was only doing kid shows, and I was so used to it. It was just you didn't even have to think about it. I always just kept doing it and stuff like that. But I thought it would be very interesting. I wanted to show you this. I am so much. I now have the formula for an adult show, I'm never worried about doing any kind of show, whether it's now corporate or whether it's an adult show, whether it's a kid show. It really, or whether it's a birthday party, it doesn't matter to me because I now know the key to a successful show. And I'm going to talk about that right after we see this video. So this is from a hypnosis show I did in Kalamazoo. It was a corporate function. Here you go. Hi, how are you? Good. Okay, do this. You'll be even better. Okay, good to know. Okay, so you can stop. You can stop. Okay. All right. Stop. You can stop. You can stop. Okay. Yeah, you can stop. Okay. Thank you very much. Okay, good. So, hi, my name's Mike Brody. What was your name? Why does she look at me like that? My name is Michael Brody. Your name was? She's looking at me really weird. Here, you sit down. When you think you know your name, just sit. Sit. When you think, sit down. Sit down, lady. No, please sit down. No, please. Oh, no. Don't be upset. It's happy. Wait, do this. Happy. Okay, do you know your name?
I'm Tam.
You're Tam? Yeah. Say it again.
I'm Tam.
You're Tam. See, you know your name, yeah? Excellent. Stand up for a second. What was your name? My name is Mike. What's your name? Here, sit down, think about it, okay? Do you know your name?
I'm Tam.
Yeah. All right, so you know your name, yes?
Oh, shit.
For shizzle. Got it. For shizzle. Okay. How are you? You doing good?
Yeah.
Yeah. What's your name?
Holly.
Holly?
Yeah.
Hi, Holly. How are you doing?
Great.
Great. Where are you from? I'm sorry? Where are you from? Spit it out. You can do it. Look.
Kalamazoo.
Ooh, that's a hard word, isn't it? Just realized that's a hard word for her to say. Kalamazoo?
Yeah.
Whoa. Did she just lick that? Oh, okay, well, it's a pleasure to meet you. Nice to meet you. Have a seat. You ready for that $100,000? Sim's ready. Okay, oh good, okay. All right, hold on, here we go. I almost forgot this. Oh, I'm so glad I remembered this. Okay, so, you see that black box right there? See that black box right against the wall over there? See it? Oh, you see it? Yeah. No, on the wall. You see that? Okay, that's the camera. That's the camera you need to look at. You have 3 takes. Let me tell you how you win this 100,000. Yep. So what you do is you look into the camera and you say, first thing you say is phlegmo tastes great, and you uncap this and drink some. Okay? Got it? All right, so I want you to hold it, and I want you to, as every actor should, and especially winning $100,000, I want you to really focus on that square right there. So keep focusing on the square and keep looking at it, okay? Get into character, dude, get into character, because you have to win this $100,000. Every time you drink this, it's the worst tasting drink you've ever tasted in your entire life. All right, here we go. Ready? Are you ready? Here we go. All right. So, you want to say phlegmo tastes great. Here we go.
Phlegmo, it tastes great.
Ooh, I like that. And here comes that first swallow. Okay. Weird, but okay. Let's try it again. You need to focus a little bit more. Focus right on there. Okay, keep focusing. Now it's 10 times worse. Okay, here we go. Phlegmo tastes great. Take two. Okay, here we go.
Flemmo, it tastes great.
Ooh, dang, that's good. 10 times worse. 10 times. Oh, people in back. I am so sorry. There's electrical equipment in there. You okay? Okay, yeah, you're okay. It's good. Okay. You okay? You still have it in your mouth? Okay. All right. Listen carefully. What's your favorite alcoholic beverage? Anytime. Vodka.
Sapphire gin.
Sapphire gin. All right, here we go. Last time. Ready? Keep looking. This time, taste just like your favorite alcoholic beverage. Times by 10. Here we go. Ready? You want to say?
Flemmo, it tastes great.
Every time you drink some, he gets a little bit more tipsy. How is it? Just gets a little bit more How is it?
It's great.
He's still going. Okay, tell you what, you sit down. You sit down, finish the rest of that. Not at all at the same time, because then we'd have a really big problem there. All right, you can put it underneath you, you'll be fine. All right, one more time. Go ahead. Don't forget, Flemmo tastes great. Now, here's the amazing thing about this is that I knew what I was going to do that whole show. And as my good friend Scott Houghton says, make sure you have a consistent show. And I do have lots of consistency in my show. I know exactly what I'm going to do, except for if something comes my way and I want to change it a little bit, I'll change it right on the spot. But I'll know it's very, very safe. So that's one of the things that is important. That really it is a way uh, to make sure that when that's the key to this whole thing that I was talking about, is that literally what you really want to do is you want to have a consistent show. You want to have such a consistent show that you can literally put in um, some new stuff or some augmented stuff if you want to, knowing that you're going to feel comfortable with it. But the idea is to feel comfortable with every single suggestion. Hence the reason why you need to make sure when you hypnotize people and you bring people up that they really, really want to be hypnotized. And these are the key words, that they really, really want to be hypnotized and understand it's literally their choice. It's up to them to decide if they want to be hypnotized. It's up to them if they want to be in the show. So understanding that if they don't go under, if they don't achieve the connection, what you're looking for in a subject, then you can literally say, well, I appreciate it, but I wasn't looking, but I'm looking for the best of the best. And you were really close. And I think the more you work on it, the better you'll get. So as a hypnotist, it is really your choice to keep the people who you think are going to be the best at taking a suggestion. That's the key to this whole thing. So the more people you bring up initially, the more people you'll have, the better selection you will have later on. And the way to get those people started up there is again is another way. Another person told me, another good friend of mine. His name was Jim Kellner, and he told me we will start the show. We'll start the show when all the seats are filled. When the minute all seats are filled, we'll start the show, and then you start your music. And you wait till they all come up, and then the minute they all come up, then you can start the show. But if they don't come up if they all don't come up, then you wait until all the seats are filled, and you constantly tell them that. So now it's there. It puts the decision in their court, and that's very, very important. So don't forget. So these different kinds of methods are really, really important for a successful hypnotist. And those are the things that you need to look for and need to practice on. The more you practice, the better you get. The better you get, the more comfortable you feel. I'm extremely proud of Scott Houghton because last year he had one show. This year he has 6 shows he's working on. So he is moving up, and so am I. We're moving up together, and we're doing shows together. Speaking of doing shows together, we will be doing a him and I will be doing a show at the Thumb Coast Theater coming up in May 23rd, I believe, and which is a Saturday at the Thumb Coast Theaters and at the Riverbank. And we'll have some more information. I will start giving that next week to you. It looks like we have another 2 more weeks on Tuesdays, 2 to 3 weeks, I think, on Tuesdays, and then we're going to go back to Mondays. So just wanted to remind you about that. Also, we want you to know that if you enjoy this, we would love for you to, and you want to um, book a show, or you're looking at it, and don't forget to go to americasfastesthypnotist.com. That would be a wonderful thing to do. And we have someone who has said something. What city is that in? Joseph asked, what city is that in? It is in the city of Marine City, which is right near Port Huron. It's in the Thumb area. So would love to see you. It's going to be a total theater show. It's going to be fantastic. It's going to be booked. They already basically have it booked. It's going to be crazy. So we're going to have a blast. Make sure you do come. But like I said, if you're interested in any kind of situation where you do want to hire a hypnotist, you can go to America's Fastest Hypnotist. You can also go to michaelbrodyhypnotist.com. That is another thing you can go to. Okay. So that is, wow, the time has flown by really, really fast. The only thing that would make this even better would be to hear one of Felicia's um, comedy dad jokes. But I don't know if Felicia is up to it right now. So I don't know. I mean, if she says something in the comments, I'll be glad to do it. We might just do it next week. I don't know. But we'll I'm waiting for her to say yay or nay. And in fact, even yeah. So anyways, so please remember the different things we talked about. Also, next week, not this week, but not a week from today, 2 weeks from today, I will be doing my backstage with Brody, and we look forward to having all Aisha members coming to see that. It's going to be a lot of fun. So make sure you check that out. And once again, I will be here every week. I will be here every week on Tuesdays, at least for a little bit. And then we'll go back on Mondays. Guys, I hope you enjoyed my show. I know I enjoyed giving it to you. Please do me a favor. If you're watching this, please make sure you like and you make sure you subscribe. We have, looks like we have about 120 more people for me to subscribe before I can hit the 3K mark. And that would be really, really fun to do. I think it'd be kind of cool. So tell your friends, enjoy this, enjoy the videos. I'll put on more videos as they get here. You guys take care. I hope you had a fantastic time. And once again, as I always say, take care of yourselves, and we will see you next week. Toodaloo.